welcome back. My name is Patrick. Thought I'd hop on the channel today just to do a little Edmonton Oilers open discussion. Few things to talk about with you guys. We're 2 games into the regular season. A recurring theme for both of those hockey games, a shaky Jack Campbell to start the game, and overall, just a bad start for the whole team in both games. It didn't end up costing them against the Vancouver Canucks. They were able to come back, rally from down 3-0 to win the game 5-3. Calgary Flames, different story. The Oilers did rally to make it 4-3, but could not get that tying goal. Stuart Skinner was absolutely amazing in relief of Jack Campbell after he was pulled after the 4th goal. And Tyson over at Dolny TV thinks the Oilers should go with Stuart Skinner for Tuesday's game against the Buffalo Sabres. It's kind of hard to argue against that. But if I'm a betting man, I think we see Jack Campbell back in between the pipes for the Oilers on Tuesday. In most of these situations, you see the coach go back to the guy that was struggling and see if he can get his game going. The Oilers are paying Jack Campbell $5 million a year for the next 5 years. They want to get him going. I totally understand the belief of going with Stuart Skinner, and yes, he's certainly deserving of another start. And I think Stuart Skinner will get his starts. I just don't think it's going to be Tuesday against the Buffalo Sabres. I think the Oilers want to get Jack Campbell back going, get his confidence back. I think it's a little shot against Jack Campbell if you have him sit again, and I think the Oilers don't want to do that. I mean, Jack Campbell seems like a really nice, understanding guy, so I don't know if he would actually see it that way, but in my opinion, we're going to see Jack Campbell back against the Buffalo Sabres, and Stuart Skinner, like I said, will certainly get his starts, but I think they'll be a little further down the road unless Jack Campbell has another bad start. You could probably consider that strike 3, and in that instance, we probably could see Stuart Skinner go for a little stretch here, and Jack Campbell can have some time to work on his game in practice, but we'll see what happens there. If I have my prediction, I think Jack Campbell comes in with an amazing game against the Buffalo Sabres, gets his confidence back. That's what I'm hoping. Big fan of Jack Campbell, obviously a big fan of Stuart Skinner as well. I want to see both guys succeed because obviously the Oilers win at the end of the day if both guys are going strong. Right now, Stuart Skinner looks like he's on fire. He had a really strong preseason, came in last night, and pitched a shutout from the time he was brought in. But basically, a lot of Oilers fans are in panic mode already, and I just want to do this video to say no one should be in panic mode yet. If we're still seeing some of the concerning things we've been seeing in the first 2 games of the year, 15, 20 games into the year, start throwing up some warning signs. But we're only 2 games into the year. The Oilers have 1 loss, a 1-goal loss to a Calgary Flames team that schooled the Colorado Avalanche in their first meeting. So the Calgary Flames are a good hockey team. I don't enjoy saying that, but it's true. The Calgary Flames are a very good hockey team. The Oilers have some things to work out, no question whatsoever, but let's not panic after only 2 games into the year. We got another 80 to go. This is going to be a very good hockey team. I believe that. They will turn things around. I was looking at an article from Daniel Nugent-Bowman of The Athletic this morning. He's already talking about the Oilers possibly going after Jakob Chychrun. Chychrun's name's been out there for a while now, but he's saying with how the first 2 games have gone, how the Oilers' defensive troubles are being really pointed out strongly, that maybe the Oilers should be making a stronger pitch for Jakob Chychrun. It's nothing that would happen right away probably, but I don't know if Jakob Chychrun is the answer for the Oilers. Could he help? Probably, but whether the Oilers are going to do that, I just don't think they're willing to pay the price that the Arizona Coyotes are looking for. I think Ken Holland will be patient. He's shown in the past that he's very patient. Last year was the first time he's fired a head coach in season, so I don't think we're dealing here with a general manager that's going to make a panic move. The Oilers have some internal moves they can make. Daniel Nugent-Bowman said to expect Marcus Niemelainen to be up with the team very soon here. So we're going to be looking at a 12 forwards, 7 defenseman lineup. Look for Brad Malone to be sent down to Bakersfield. That was always the plan. They want him to be the captain down there. And just looking at cap friendly here, the Oilers have some options that are going to be available to them very soon. They have Klim Kostin that they got for Dmitry Samorukov. He's still dealing with his visa issues, but he's a couple weeks away from being an option for the Oilers possibly. Looking at him at possibly in the 4th-line center role, or possibly he can jump in on the wing there. Obviously, Klim Kostin wouldn't be the savior, but he's a change the Oilers can make. If the Oilers move some dollars around, maybe Matthias Janmark, who didn't make the team out of training camp, gets a chance to come up again. And just because someone didn't look the best in training camp doesn't mean they're not going to help you. Like Philip Broberg had a bad training camp. He's going back to Baco, but that doesn't mean Broberg won't be a full-time Oiler in like 20 games from now. And it doesn't mean Philip Broberg is a bust because he had a bad training camp. It's a span of 2 weeks. People try to come in, give their best, win spots, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So Matthias Janmark is a guy that could come back up for the Oilers. I imagine if he's not coming back at some point soon for the Oilers, they're probably going to look to move him. I don't think Janmark wants to play the season in Bakersfield, so I could see the Oilers giving him another shot, and if the Oilers do bring him back up, that'll probably make him easier to trade as well, because basically you're going to be trading him at a loss right now. You're dealing with a guy that didn't make the team out of training camp and is playing in the American Hockey League right now, so my guess, the Oilers find a way to bring him up at some point, send certain guys down. It's really complicated with the salary cap right now to make everything work, but there are certain moves they can make. If they want to make some changes to the forward group, there's internal options here for the Oilers to go after. James Hamlin is another guy we could see come up from Bakersfield. He had a really strong training camp. Most people wanted Hamlin to make the team. And as we all know, if the Oilers can find a way to move someone in the $2 to $3 million range, that opens up so many options for this team. They can carry a full 23-man roster. They're going to be going with the 21-man roster here in a couple days once Marcus Niemelainen comes up. Right now it's 12 forwards, 6 defensemen. They're going to go to 12 forwards, 7 defensemen. And it'd be so nice if we could go 14 forwards and 7 defensemen, or 13 forwards and 8 defensemen. It gives them options. You can hold certain guys out, put certain guys in. You have them practicing up with the big club against NHL competition. So I don't know what's going to happen here over the next few days. We know Marcus Niemelainen is going to be the next move. He's going to be called up. Brad Malone's going to be called down. Do we see Matthias Janmark come back? Do we see James Hamlin come back? Let's see what the next week holds. If the Oilers continue to struggle, we might see bigger things happen sooner rather than later. But right now, I don't see a Jacob Chychrun coming in. A guy I've mentioned many times I want the Oilers to go after, Carson Soucy. I think he's much more realistic price-wise and acquisition-wise. But even a trade like that, I don't see happening right away. Like I said earlier in the video, Ken Holland is a patient guy. I think he's going to give this team some time, and there are internal options the Oilers can pursue if they want to make some changes up front and on defense. And if the struggles continue, I think we're definitely going to see those changes sooner rather than later. Let me know your thoughts on the season so far, what changes you think the Oilers will make in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you soon.